Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In this video today I'm back here with another reaction video, and this is to Elite Cameraman, and this is new Astro Toilet Skibidi Toilet 72 part 2, all Easter egg analysis theories. So I've just recently reacted to all the Skibidi Toilet videos, and people have told me to check out Elite Cameraman. He's meant to break it down more. And this is the most recent Skibidi Toilet episode. So if you guys want me to do more reactions to some of his previous breakdowns, then also let me know in the comment section below. But let's get right into the most recent breakdown. So I can't wait to kind of find out a bit more. I've learned a bit more from your comments. But obviously this guy is going to go in depth and explain it all so we all understand. So let's go.
Everyone, Elite Cameraman here. Oh boy, I don't even know where to start.
I like the voice.
Today's episode was nuts. It's April Fool's Day, and many people were thinking that Boom is just pulling a prank when he announced that the episode would be coming out today. But here we are after almost 2 weeks of waiting. It truly was worth the wait because this episode really passed my expectations.
I mean, that is kind of funny he dropped it on April Fool's Day, though. That is quite funny.
Boom told us it was going to be 3 minutes plus, but this episode was longer than 4 minutes, and it came out only 11 days after the last episode. Everything from the battle between G-Man Toilet and the Astro Claw Toilet to the new crazy-looking Astro Toilet was mind-blowing.
Yeah, that new one looked
like
crazy, I do have to
new
say.
Era of Skibidi Toilet because of how strong the Astro Toilets are. And just to remind you, this is just the beginning. Until now, we have only seen 3 Astro Toilets in total, and God knows how many there are in total. The 3 we saw might not even be close to the strongest Astro Toilets. But before we get into all the juicy stuff that happened in today's episode, make sure to like this video and subscribe. Let's try to get to 69,000 likes and 1.5 million subscribers because we are almost there. Anyways, here we go. Since today's episode is a part 2, it starts with the ending of episode 72 part 1, where we saw the Claw Astro Toilet arrive at the scene.
Yeah, his arrival was
awesome. My
awesome.
episode 72 part 1 analysis video in this scene, Claw Astro Toilet speaks and says, "You know the penalty for treason, Commander. No one escapes justice." And episode 72 part 1 ended right when G-Man was about to fire his lasers. We start the new footage with no cuts, and G-Man instantly starts firing his lasers at the Claw Astro Toilet. But as we have seen from episode 70 part...
I can't lie, when I first saw that, I thought Astro Toilet was cooked. I thought he's done, but we saw what happens next, man. It gets crazier.
1, where Claw Astro Toilet was shown for the first time, he can use his gravitational claws to stop projectiles, deflect them, and copy them.
Yeah, that was a crazy scene.
This power actually results in his downfall, but we'll talk about this later in the video. While G-Man is shooting his lasers, Astro Claw Toilet does a shield formation to block the attack fully, and utilizes his top claw to copy the laser ability to shoot it back. But since he can only shoot one laser, the firepower is not that impressive, and G-Man Toilet instantly blocks it with his new shield that they probably stole from Titan Cameraman's technology, and right when he blocks, bro does the Rizzler face once again. He just can't stop, bruh. This guy is a different breed when it comes to Rizzy faces. But seeing this, Astro Claw Toilet actually starts using powers that we didn't know existed. He pulls his claws back, and 3 tentacles fly out of his claws to attack the shield itself. I don't know what he normally uses those tentacles for, but it cannot be good. It looked like the tentacles were electrocuting the shield to overpower it, to disable the shield completely, but in reality we see what Astro Toilet was trying to do a couple moments after. G-Man Toilet outsmarts Astro Toilet by rotating his jet engines 180
That was such a good
to push
counter.
himself backwards. But he didn't do this fast enough, since we literally see Astro Claw Toilet stealing the energy of the shield and tripling his laser firepower. Seeing this, G-Man Toilet knows he has to take some extreme protective measures, so he decides to pull a crazy move and starts using a helmet. Bro literally pulled it out as if he is Iron Man. Right after this, they both start firing the lasers instantly. And if you do the math, G-Man is at an advantage here because his overall firing power is most likely double of Astro
Oh yeah, he has
Toilet,
more.
so we can actually see G-Man Toilet pushing Astro Toilet cloned lasers. But somehow, Astro Claw Toilet starts spinning his claws faster and faster to boost the power of his own lasers to push it back. And we actually see G-Man Toilet struggling. We can't see his exact impression because of the face mask, but he starts shaking, and it's clear that if the plane bomber toilets didn't come to his rescue just at the right time, he was going to lose the laser battle. The first bomber toilet doesn't even make the Astro.
Yeah, I remember that scene. That scene was crazy. The plane bomber toilets come out of nowhere, go shoo, and hit him right there, man. That was a crazy, like, I kind of do agree with what Elite Cameraman's saying. If they didn't come out of nowhere, this could have gone completely different for G-Man Toilet. Like, he got kind of lucky they came to back him up.
Astro Claw toilet flinch, but the second one literally annoys him so much that he stops the laser fight with a big boom and turns around to deal with the bomber toilets. He destroys all of the bomber toilets in seconds, but this really was a mistake on his part because he put down his defenses just to deal with some bomber toilets that didn't even do that much damage. I think after almost beating the laser battle, he underestimated G-Man Toilet a lot, and that's what happens throughout the episode. G-Man's history of fights are all loses, so Astro Toilets probably think so lowly of him. After getting knocked down by G-Man Toilet's lasers and getting actual damage, which we can see through his face scars that he just got, Astro Claw Toilet starts looking a lot more serious and says, "Enough games. Here you go. Listen to it yourself." After saying this, Blood literally dodges G-Man Toilet's lasers without any effort and dashes onto G-Man to start punching him with his claws, and G-Man has no arms, so bro can't do anything about it. I'm gonna be honest, I think this scene we are about to talk about is actually the first time G-Man Toilet felt helpless and hopeless. The punches that the Claw Astro Toilet threw felt like they were powerful.
And his dodge was cool.
Weren't all because the Astro Toilet starts pulling out G-Man Toilet's lasers and throwing them down alongside his face mask. I assume this was to grab his head just like the first leak that we saw, because right after this we...
See, at that point, I actually thought G-Man Toilet, when I first saw this, I thought he was cooked. The guy was grabbing his head, he ripped off his mask. I thought he was cooked personally, but... we all know what happens next, man.
I assume this was to grab his head just like the first leak that we saw, because right after this we actually get to see the scene that was shown in the first leak that everyone thought was a troll leak. But it looks like it was real, and it just looked weird because it wasn't rendered. People were also confused about the scales of the characters because of this scene, since the Claw Astro Toilet looks so small, and because of this boom, wanted me to show you guys an outside perspective of the characters and the real size comparison, and mentioned that the sizes never change, and it was just the perspective. This scene is exactly like what we thought, and it is a remake of what happened in episode 60. We also see the needle hand the Astro Claw Toilet had in episode 60.
Oh yeah!
This also means that the Astro Claw Toilet might have had more tools inside his claws, but we will never know for a while because of what happened later in the episode. But one thing is not clear. If this is to kill G-Man Toilet, why was he waiting? What was he waiting for? A couple seconds after Astro Claw Toilet puts his claw onto G-Man Toilet's head, this is weird because why did G-Man Toilet suddenly started screaming after a few seconds? This wasn't like a normal scream, this was a terrifying scream.
Yeah, it was
loud.
loud.
Like Astro Toilet was doing something to G-Man Toilet's brain instead of just trying to kill him, because I think he could have stabbed him 10 times within those 3 seconds.
That's a good point, man. Like, Elite Cameraman, this dude's analysis is amazing. Like, I remember watching the scene, but I was like, that's really cool. This is a crazy battle. But this guy, he's thinking so deep, like, yeah, because he could have just stabbed him. Why didn't Astro Toilet just stab him? We've seen people get stabbed before, instantly die. He might have been doing something to his brain. I didn't think of it like that, actually.
I don't know what the Astro Toilets are planning, but this was the moment where G-Man Toilet truly felt hopeless. His screams distorted the camera for 5 whole seconds.
The scream gave him an advantage.
While screaming was truly something else, and with how terrified he was, he just starts using his lasers randomly and actually hits the Claw Astro Toilet. But it doesn't seem to hurt him because he was blocking it with his claw hands. After Claw Astro Toilet escapes G-Man Toilet's lasers, we can literally see G-Man Toilet tweaking. Bro was so terrified that his face muscles were moving on his own. While G-Man Toilet was trying to spot the Astro Toilet, the Astro Toilet attacked him twice with his extremely fast attacks. G-Man wasn't able to defend himself and his sunglasses broke, but right before the third attack, he was able to open his shield. And this actually was a crazy move because Astro Toilet hitting the shield in extreme speeds actually hurt him a lot. We can literally see his engines burning.
This is the moment it's pretty much over for him.
And G-Man doesn't wait a second before using his lasers on him once again right before the Astro Toilet zooms out of the fight. But this is not the end. On the contrary, This is where G-Man starts to see a pattern on the Astro Toilet's behavior. If you look back, G-Man didn't defend himself for 2 attacks, and Astro Toilet attacked the 3rd time without thinking. But on the 3rd attack, G-Man opened his shield. He could have done this the 1st attack, but that might have made the Astro Toilet feel like he was losing the battle. Instead, G-Man clearly is playing the long game instead of winning the short blows. After the claw Astro Toilet disappears again, G-Man starts looking around again. But if I'm honest, I think this time it was intentional because we see the Astro Toilet coming up from behind G-Man Toilet, and he
See, this is so close. Like, this is a close match. But I do have to say, Astro Toilet had like all the advantage. He was winning for so long, but then G-Man kind of flipped it. Like, the scream really balanced everything out, in my opinion.
It's intentional because we see the Astro Toilet coming up from behind G-Man Toilet, and he uses 2 needles this time because he just wants to get done with the battle.
Yeah.
The reason for this is most likely because he now understands he might actually get some damage, but I don't think he thinks he'll lose the battle. Right before the Astro Toilet attacks, if you freeze the frame, we can actually see G-Man Toilet stop tweaking and start smiling slightly. Bro already
knew a little smirk.
he was just acting here. I'm gonna be honest with the other thing he'll do later in the episode. I think G-Man really has learned his lesson from his old fights, and he is not just attacking randomly, but actually thinking before he does stuff in battle. This really is a crazy improvement. Right before the Astro Claw Toilet attacks, G-Man Toilet instantly turns back and starts using his lasers right on Astro Toilet's face, leading him to get knocked back so that he can defend himself with his claws. After absorbing the laser energy, he once again uses it to counterattack, but this time he uses energy balls to knock G-Man off. And unlike the G-Man Toilet we are used to, we actually see a very serious-looking G-Man Toilet probably planning his next move to take down the Astro Toilet for good. Right at this scene, Astro Toilet starts speaking to G-Man Toilet once again and says, "Give up, it's over for you, here you go, listen to it yourself." Right at this scene, Astro Toilet starts speaking to G-Man Toilet once again and says, "Give up, it's over for you." And in the subtitles Boom put himself, it actually says, "It's Jover for you." That was goofy.
Oh.
Here you go. Listen to it yourself.
Jover for you.
After Astro Toilet says this, G-Man does a weird move. We see him pull out an energy ball from his core and make it attack Astro Toilet. But as you guys saw, he had a grin on his face right before, and this was all calculated. He used this energy ball knowing that the Astro Toilet would counter it by deflecting it. He knew it was so slow for it to do something, but from Astro Toilet's perspective, this was mostly a last resort from G-Man Toilet. And we can clearly see that his base is about to fall apart because it is not stable. But when Astro Toilet was playing checkers, G-Man Toilet was playing 4D chess.
Oh! That's a bar. What? Astro Toilet was playing checkers, G-Man Toilet was playing 4D chess, yo. That is a bar. But you can see Astro Toilet, he looks like he's on his last legs, like he's barely surviving. And he had such an advantage though. He was winning for the beginning of the battle for such a long time. And then G-Man, the second he did that scream, I felt like he really evened the score. Before the scream, I thought he was cooked. Astro Toilet had like a massive advantage. He had him grabbed, he was pulling on his head. It looked like it was over, but no, the turn was crazy. But I love that bar.
Right before Astro Toilets deflects the energy ball, he says that's all, while being confused. Here you go. Listen to it yourself.
Yeah, like he underestimated him.
After G-Man Toilet gets attacked by his own energy ball and takes a little bit off damage, he instantly creates 2 more energy balls, but we can instantly see that they are different. They have
got
some
blue
purple
on it.
particles coming out of
Purple.
them. And it does look like the energy that Titan TV Man produces, which will be important later when I'm explaining what happened. After Astro Toilets grabs the energy balls, he says pathetic to G-Man Toilet without knowing what's coming. Here you go, listen to it yourself. After this, suddenly G-Man's energy balls that the Astro Toilet was happily holding explode, and we can clearly see that it's as if G-Man Toilet hacked Astro Toilet's hands, at least the ones that the energy balls were on. Before I continue, I need to explain what happened here. As you guys know, we saw this yellow-purple energy before, and it was on episode 68, part 1, when one of the clone G-Man toilets attacked Titan TV Man. This clearly means that this is the same energy.
Oh.
I think it is possible that the purple TV Man energy has the ability to control stuff, just like how the TV Man can use their TV beams. This results in G-Man controlling Astro Toilet's hands with the purple-yellow energy ball energy.
Okay, that's perfect explanation. I kind of like the way he went back to episode 68 and he made it make sense, because we did see it before. I didn't really understand it at the time. My first time ever watching Skibidi Toilet, guys, but now that he said it in context, that kind of explains like the purple energy around it. This guy is a genius, man. He really is actually like super smart.
We literally see the Astro Toilet shocked, and I think at that moment he knew. He messed up and got outplayed.
Yeah.
G-Man Toilet starts using the hands against the Astro Toilet and makes Astro Toilet grab his own head and squish it, and blood literally turns to his own self for a second because the way he laughs is so freaky. He suddenly starts pulling out the needles to make Astro Toilet stab himself. And even though Astro Toilet manages to cut one of his arms before G-Man
Such a
can do
brutal
anything,
death.
the second arm stabs himself in the neck, causing him to fall down. But that's not all, because he is still alive and he gets up with a broken body, scars, and with one arm left. And I hate to admit this, but this guy truly has dedication. If it was G-Man Toilet in his shoes, he would have dipped 10 minutes ago. After this, the POV camera looks back at G-Man Toilet, and we see him looking really freaky while opening up his lasers. I'ma be honest, I need to ask if the Astro Toilet did something his brain, because the way he is not looking very healthy. Bro went from Rizzler mode to the weird kid in class really fast. After he starts shooting his lasers, the Claw Astro Toilet can't do anything, but something incredible happens. Boom told us that a new strong character would appear, and I did guess it would be an Astro Toilet, but bro, I did not expect something like this. A new Astro Toilet appeared out of nowhere, and goddamn, he looks cool.
He looked cool,
Bro looks like he came from the future. I don't know what to call this new Astro Toilet, to be honest. Some names that people were saying include Gas Mask Astro, Astro Knight, Astro Emperor, Astro Boss, Astro Titan, and many more. For now, I'll just call him Gas Mask Astro, since he has a gas mask. But
I think that's fair. Like, I'm not against that name. Gas Mask Astro. I think Astro Emperor kind of sounds better, but I think Gas Mask Astro sounds like it perfectly describes me as a gas mask. Like, what more do you want, guys?
if the community decides to use a different name, we'll go ahead with that. If you have any ideas on what we call this humongous dude, let me know. After he arrives at the scene and blocks the attack with his crazy, powerful shield, which I think is much more advanced compared to both normal Skibidis and the Alliance, he starts using his hand cannon and charging it up. He shoots the energy ball, which is a lot faster compared to G-Man's energy balls. It hits G-Man Toilet's shield and literally disables it while pushing G-Man Toilet back. This is some crazy power. It doesn't end here, because instantly he starts charging it one more time, and he can also use his shield at the same time. But while charging it up to kill G-Man Toilet, someone starts shooting the Gas Mask Astro out of nowhere. And once we turn left, we see that it's Titan Speakerman arriving at the scene. The Gas Mask
one of my favorite
Toilet
characters.
shoots the energy ball at Titan Speakerman, but he dodges it instantly. At least he thinks he dodged it, because this energy ball is so powerful that even though it explodes so far away from Titan Speakerman, it has the power to knock him off just from its explosion force. This new character is truly crazy, and right after defending himself, he gets a hold of the Claw Astro Toilet and zooms out of the battlefield to save him. Bro is truly a menace to society. But the episode doesn't end here, because as you guys know, G-Man Toilet is still there and the Titans have just arrived. Titan Speakerman gets kinda mad, and Bro starts taking his anger out on G-Man Toilet by using his core laser instantly to attack him. But G-Man Toilet opens his shields up to defend himself. And unlike the battle with the Astro Toilet, he looks like he was caught off guard, and he is kinda scared, as he should be. Titan TV Man arrives out of nowhere to start using his TV beam on him, but he closes his eyes to not be affected by it, and escapes the scene right before Titan TV Man can cut him off. And Titan TV Man says this asshole will die today. But for some reason in the subtitles it says he will not escape this time. Probably because Boom wants to keep the subtitles PG.
Yeah.
And right after this he also says, "Are you ready, bro?" according to the subtitles, but if you listen to it in reverse, you'll clearly hear...
So that's the problem. When I first watched Skibidi Toilet, I didn't know about the subtitles, guys. I just thought it was like a fun little compilation video, but it turned out like it had the plot, storyline, all these in-depth stuff. So I definitely stand corrected, man. Like, I'm getting really into the storyline. But yeah, G-Man Toilet, what he said earlier as well. This dude always retreats. He always runs away. It's kind of a smart tactic, but yeah, he always retreats.
That he surely does not say bro at the end, but instead drops a B-bomb and says, "Are you ready, bitch?" from what I can hear.
Oh.
Here you go. Listen to it yourself in reverse.
Yeah, let's hear. Oh yeah, I can hear it.
After this, one of the coolest moments in the series happen, and we see the Titan cameraman pull out his hand to change it with one of ASTRO Toilet's claws, which will make him crazy overpowered if you ask me, and will actually give an advantage against all the toilet races. But that's not the important part, because right at the end of the episode, he speaks for the first time and says, "For plunger," ending the episode. That line does go hard with all the context, and just like Titan cameraman, you should like and subscribe for Plunger. Elite cameraman
Full
out.
Plunger. Okay, so I'm a new fan of Skibidi Toilet. Elite cameraman's analysis is crazy. Like, the Astro Toilet, I thought he was going to win at the start. Like, he was really cooking G-Man Toilet. But then somehow G-Man Toilet kind of flipped on it. And then we had Gas Mask Toilet, Gas Mask Astro come out of nowhere and kind of saved the day. And then we saw the Speakerman coming at the end. And yeah, it was just an all-out battle. But the analysis definitely went a lot more in depth. I didn't really consider half the stuff he said. He made a lot of references to previous episodes. And about the purple lightning, purple effect taking control. Definitely gave a lot of context that I remember seeing, but I didn't really put 2 and 2 together. So if you guys want more reaction videos like this, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day, everyone.